Card number 112, Mr. Toby Atwell of the Chicago Cubs. Here he is again with a big smile on his face. A fantastic catcher card featured in the 1953 Bowman Color set. Toby was a pleasant surprise for the Cubs in 1952. And if you want to know why, you'll have to read the rest of the back of the card on your own. If it's card number 112, it must be session number 112 of Card Room Live. No, it's not a show. Instead, it's a hangout for fellow vintage collectors. Sometimes we have guests, sometimes we don't have guests. Sometimes we have a plan, a lot of times we don't. No matter what we're doing, we're definitely wasting time looking at and talking about crusty old cardboard, and through it all, we try to make it time well wasted. If you're here with us live, welcome to you and a Merry Christmas to you. Welcome to my fellow YouTubers. Welcome to the commenters, to the lurkers, to the folks from X, to the folks from Instagram, wherever you're from. Welcome to you, and happy Monday evening, not Sunday evening. And we'll get into that in a second. However, if you're listening to this later, you might be recovering from Christmas. You might be going to work or coming home from work or sorting cards or looking at eBay or rolling out meatballs or walking the dog or sitting on the john. Perhaps you're wondering if Eddie Wakus will come up. Perhaps you're wondering if there'll be any Mike Foolery. Well, you're just going to have to stay tuned to find out. I hope you get something out of it. If you have ideas for future sessions, or if you want to get in touch, you can reach me at bowman53channel@gmail.com. You can also find me on Instagram, Bowman53_Alex, and on X 1953 Bowman Color. And of course, as always, that information can be found in the description below. This session of Card Room Live is brought to you by Baloney Gum, the biggest piece of bubblegum in the world for just a penny. Baloney blows bigger bubbles. Baloney Gum, the sweet that lasts longer. And a shout out to your friend and mine at Reindeer Studios. It might be a little too late to order a Christmas present, but maybe you can get yourself a New Year's present from Reindeer Studios. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the annual Christmas session. I think this is the third or the fourth time we're doing this. I've lost track. Merry Christmas, and get an egg and throw it at your screen in your disappointment of Card Room Live. Of course, Mike meant eggnog, and Merry Christmas to you, Mike. Nothing says Christmas like eating Chick-fil-A in the parking lot at the local shopping center. Welcome, Mr. Stukes, Baseball Cards and Curiosity. Stuke, what did you order? Merry Christmas to you. Hugo is here. Eggnog and Chick-fil-A. Not bad. Let's See Sports Cards is here. Good evening to you. Yeah, that's right. That's right. The shitter is full. Kurt in Brooklyn is here. Warren D in the CLE is here. Killebrew 3 is here. Lonely Basement Baseball Cards is here, and Orlando Collector's Dream is here. It's, I've thrown everybody off schedule. It's a Monday night, but I'm so glad to see everybody popping in here and saying hello. Merry Christmas to everybody. There's Mr. Hodges 1455. Appreciate the like. Mike Petty is definitely not here, so everybody can relax. What's up, everybody? A chicken strip meal. Okay, great. So it is the annual Card Room Live Christmas session, which sounds really big, right? But no huge plans. What I would love, and I'll put the live stream link in here in a second if anybody wants to jump on, is for you guys to show some red and green cards, from your collection, preferably vintage, preferably baseball, but we're up for whatever. Red and green cards, that's our tradition that Mitchell, White Sox fan card collector, reminded me of. I was like, what should we do this year? It's like, oh, yeah, we've done that in the past, and it went over well. So if you've got some green cards, if you've got some red cards, pull them aside. Hop out of your chair, pull out your cards, and pull out some red and green cards. And I'll put the link here in the chat in a second. You can hop on, share some cards, share some holiday greetings, and hop back out again. And I'll share my red and green cards here at the end. And what is another tradition for Card Room Live for a Christmas session is looking at old greeting cards from Christmases gone by from baseball players, and also photographs of baseball players during the Christmas season. So I pulled aside a handful of those. We'll wrap up the evening with that, as we tend to do every year, just to sort of get us all in the mood for the week. So that's the plan. Black and white. Well, you know what you could do, Mike, is like tell us what cards you think would be red or green. That might be interesting. So how's everybody doing? Everybody feeling like they're ready? I did not go live last night because I had a Christmas party to go to, and I was not going to make it back in time. But rather than canceling it, I thought, you know what? I really want to go live before Christmas to just get it in and meet up with y'all and share in the excitement of what is coming up on Wednesday. I'm all set. I'm all, presents are all good to go. The menu is set. Got some cooking to do, but I'm excited. Everything's ready to go. No last minute scrambles on this end. How about everybody else? Everybody good to go, aside from Stu, who's eating Chick-fil-A in the shopping mall. Anybody else doing any last minute scrambles? Share your status in the chat. The other little bit of news I got is literally like an hour ago. These just arrived. An early Christmas present, a glove fit, Tallboy graded card sleeves for SGC cards. My friend Maxa Jackson, mentioned these last Sunday, not this past Sunday, but the Sunday prior, during our live stream about large, oversized pre-work cards. And I was excited because I have not really paid attention to card sleeves in a while. But one thing that was always kind of frustrating was that there weren't a lot of Tallboy options. So I quickly put in an order for these, and they just came in today. And I pulled all my Tallboy cards so that I could start putting them in these holders. And we'll see how this goes. That is a nice fit. Here's my 1913 Fatima Cigarettes card, which I showed last Sunday. This is, of course, the Philadelphia national team, the Phillies. And it's great to finally, after years of owning this card, have it in a sleeve. So there you go. A little nice extra glare to it. So while you guys are pulling some cards and getting ready to jump in the chat, I'm going to go ahead and holster some of these guys. Here's my 1912 Zenith. I showed this card last Sunday as well. Love this card. Does it really need to be in a Tallboy? I don't know, but it is. So I'm going to go ahead and slip it in this thing. There you go. The satisfaction of putting a card in one of these sleeves can't be beat. So here's my Shonen Club Babe Ruth. Again, another card I showed last Sunday. Finally going to get into a sleeve. There you go. Got a couple more here. I see some of you guys are ready to go. Give me just a couple minutes here. I'm going to finish this up, and then I'm going to put the live stream link in the chat. So this is my exhibits of Zach Wheat. Did not show this card last Sunday. There he is, holstered. Really satisfying to see all these. Now these are not pre-war cards, but they are postcards of pre-war players in SGC slabs. So here is a Yankee Stadium postcard of Lou Gehrig. I'm sure some of you guys have seen these before. I really like these postcards. They are an affordable way to get a nice image of an iconic player. These postcards were released sometime in the early 60s, I think. Maybe some of you guys know offhand when these postcards were released. I remember it from when I originally got them sometime in the 60s, I want to say. And last but not least, another of those Yankee Stadium postcards. And of course, it's Mr. Babe Ruth. Love this image. It's kind of like wrapping presents, right? It feels like it's appropriate. And there you have it. Great. Well, again, thank you, Max Jackson. Hope you guys enjoyed that completely random session of adding sleeves to these cards. Now I'm going to put the link in the chat. Anybody that wants to hop on, share some cards, say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, all that good stuff. The link is in the chat, so feel free to jump in. Let's see. I feel like Scrooge on Christmas morning. You missed a whole lot, Mookie. The good thing is it's taped, so you can go back. David, the link's in the chat if you want to hop in. Detroit Collector, my wife asked for makeup to Julie for Christmas, but I stuffed her stocking with 90s Fleer packs. Amazing. All right. We got a caller.
Hey.
How are you?
We talked on email. It's good to
yes, that's right. How are you?
Oh, good. I don't know about the Phillies hat though. I'm used to the Brooklyn Dodgers one. I gotta say, as a Mets fan, it's a struggle.
Oh, cool. Well, I mean, you didn't have to sign on, man. But
I'm messing with you.
Yeah.
Mike Schmidt,
we'll keep it civil for now. Yeah. So you want to tell folks about your collecting history a little bit? Give us a background.
So I love the I guess two things: the pre-war, just a kind of casual pre-war, but I really love I guess I would say like vintage CDVs from Russia of like different like intellectual figures or artists or scientists. So I have a couple of those that I wanted to share a little bit. It's a little off the map, but also mix in the baseball and like vintage cigarette cards from around the world that all have, whether it's Da Vinci or Michelangelo or things along those lines. So I think those are an interesting way to mix things up. It's
absolutely
throw some of those characters into the mix.
Yeah. So do you want to show us some?
Yeah, sure. Let me think. What's the best one? I don't know. Here's some two really good ones. I got a Michelangelo. I don't know if it's visible. I kind of have like bad lighting. It's from Liebig. It's like a meat. They turn meat into liquid.
Okay.
But it's Michelangelo. It's Michelangelo showing his sculpture of Moses.
Okay.
So it's an Italian writing on the back. Apparently it passed through customs. But I thought this one's it's just really beautiful. I think this is from the late 1800s, but it's really profound. I don't know if you can see the gold foil around the outsides too.
Oh yeah, now that you pointed out, yes.
It's incredibly elaborate, and you can see like I love the comparisons that you can make from these European cards and just kind of see the dialogue that they have with the Americans. I don't know. I think
Right.
of like, I love those like old Gaudis. You know, if I could like throw up like the Tony Lazzari next
Oh,
to it,
great. Yeah.
you know, it's a great dialogue between different cultural values. You know, because I mean, as much as I love baseball on one hand, they're overseas making the Michelangelo cards. You know,
Sure,
so
sure.
it's like,
Absolutely. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
And you're not alone. There are a lot of, especially with pre-war, there's a lot of collectors that um, go into the non-sports stuff. And
yeah.
I've actually seen that part of the hobby. It feels like that part of the hobby is really growing in terms of how much I see it on social media. And there's a lot of beautiful, like you're saying, there's a lot of beautiful cards in that part of what was made at that time.
I got two more for you guys. I'll do this side by side. The Lefty Grove, or sorry, not the Lefty Grove, the Dizzy Dean
Right?
Gold Medal Flower with I think this is 1857 Goethe. It's a CDV from Germany. So those are the carte de visites, I believe they're called, and they're some of the earliest examples I would say of actual cards, right? Like
Wow.
the size is fascinating to me because if I hold up, because I know you like those Brooklyn guys, right? So I hold up
Yes.
the Clem Levine, right? Or it's literally the same size as one of those baseball cards, but it's representing very, I'd say, a very important cultural figure, right?
Right. Right.
Interesting.
This is another great collector, Doug, who I don't know if you know those. There's like a series of Liebig cards, I guess, as well, where
Yeah,
there's like
yeah.
a bunch of kids like fighting with each other. And he's covered those cards extensively.
The
So you,
connection, from what I understand, it's really interesting. The connection is those Allen and Ginter cards.
mm,
The dialogue happens there with those really, really early tobacco cards because you have, so then let me know if I'm going off on tangents, right?
no, that's
Because you
fine.
have those and you have this, like Socrates, the tobacco. This is
Right.
Ogden from
Right.
1924. But all of those are present in the Allen and Ginter, right? It's that combination of the sport and non-sport in those early tobaccos.
Sure. And then
I love it.
it looks like a T206. It's like, oh yeah, there's
Yeah.
Socrates the portrait, right? As opposed to, bat off shoulder Socrates.
Socrates at the bat, right?
Yeah. That's great. I love it. So, the $1 million question: are you going to start a YouTube channel?
Yeah, that's because I love your channel so much, and I've seen some really cool guys' channels from people who are commenting with you. So I'm like, man, it would be it's a really cool dialogue specifically between those baseball cards and then I almost kind of see the baseball cards of Europe and Russia and Spain and Cuba
Right.
being. I'll share one more because I think this one is important that because it ties it together. It's a Rembrandt, the Cicini, 1915. I got some bad glare. Cicini 1915 Rembrandt. But the connection here is the Tris Speaker card from the Cicini 15. And
Oh,
that's what
okay.
I'd love to get that one, right? But it's interesting. You can get the Rembrandt for just like, I don't know, $75, but the Tris Speaker Cicini, I think it's a little more four figures.
Huh.
Here's the
Interesting.
back. Crazy.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, hey, David, appreciate you hopping on.
Yeah, yeah. Great to talk with you guys. It's good, nice to meet you face to face, you know?
Yeah, you as well. Thanks.
Yeah.
All right, David. Great to meet you. David, as he mentioned, had emailed me, um, but I'm glad to see him jumping on social media here, and hopefully, David will be joining the ranks and have a YouTube channel too soon enough. Once again, guys, here is the StreamYard link. You got some red cards, you got some green cards, or you just got some cards in general that you want to throw up here and maybe send out some holiday greetings to the community. Feel free to jump in, say hello, pop in, chat it up. Yeah, I agree, Stuke. Great to see what's ahead from David. Let's see. Peeps here, what's up? No such thing as bad glare. There you go, Mike. Yes, an authentic Michelangelo autograph. Absolutely. Barry's here. Merry Christmas to you, sir. All right. Mary. What's going on, Doug? Any cards to flash? Well, while we're waiting to see if anybody's going to hop in here, any topics, guys? I mean, we can sit in silence. That's fine with me. I'm out of cards to put in sleeves, so the ASMR part of Card Room Live is done for tonight. But we can talk about something else. Anybody got any films, any holiday films that they have lined up that you absolutely must watch during this week? If there's one film you have to watch, which one is it? John P. is here. Yeah, I hope you also have a relaxing and joyful week, John. We are definitely not afraid of silence here. We embrace it. We've already had quite a bit of it, and we might have some more. It's a Wonderful Life. Yeah, I would put that on my list. If I had to watch one, it would be that one. No flashcards. That's not what I meant. But if you had flashcards, Doug, I'd love to take a look at them. Any Uno cards, we could look at some Uno cards. All right, we have another guest here, another caller. This caller's from Brooklyn. His name is Kurt. What's up, Kurt?
Hey, Alex, what's up?
How are you? What's going on?
I'm well, man. All good. What's going on with you?
What's the weather like up there?
20 degrees right now, but it feels like
gosh.
winter. Yeah.
As it should, I hope, right?
I dig it. You know, we always actually, I actually really like the cold stuff. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, it's not snowing, right?
We got a little bit the other day. We got 2 or 3 inches. It's all gone.
Okay.
But yeah, it feels seasonal, which is nice. So,
Very good.
I have a black and white card, but also a green card, but it's the same card. It's going to blow your mind.
Wow. I'm already excited. All right, let's do it.
And Alex, you were just talking about the kind of relative affordability of those postcards you just sleeved.
Yeah.
And one set that I don't think we've talked about, at least I haven't seen on the show, is the 1936 SNS game cards.
Oh, yeah.
And I have a 36 Garinger here. But what I love about these cards is, one, I think they're really simple and fun, and two, they're affordable, and three, Merry Christmas.
Oh, there you go.
So the backs, there's two versions. There's the green backs and the cream colored backs.
Okay.
And I just looked on eBay, and there's a 1936 SNS National Game, the game box itself for sale.
For how much?
For $100, just the box though. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just wondering if so many of those may have been underneath someone's Christmas tree back in 1936 or 37.
Yes, that's a good question. Now, is it a game? It was a game of some kind?
It's like a card game, yeah, because it looks like in the Garinger here, yeah, there's like 4 quadrants to the card. Top left said runners advance 1 base. Bottom left was out second to first. Top right out second to first. And bottom right, runners advance 1 base. So yeah, it looks like a game of some sort.
Okay.
Yeah, and the biggest, probably the biggest name Hall of Famer, even though it has about 20 Hall of Famers in the 52 card set, is probably Jimmy Fox.
Okay.
But looks like there's a CGC 8.5 for like $250 on eBay. So like pretty affordable numbers.
It's not bad. I don't remember Brian ever showing that card. I'm sure he has it, but I don't remember seeing that. So.
Oh, this is the Garinger, not the Greenberg.
Oh, okay, that's why.
Yep, no Greenberg in the set. Otherwise, Brian would have 7 copies of it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I don't know why I was thinking Greenberg.
The highest graded copies on the planet.
Yeah, and signed.
Right.
And
2 signed versions. Yeah.
And the proof. Yeah.
And the canceled copy for some reason.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I have one red. Actually, I have 2 red cards. I'll show at least the first one if that's okay.
Sure.
And I'm 2 cards shy of the set, Alex. So maybe we tee it up soon. But the 41 play ball.
Oh, nice.
This is card number 1, but this is the hand cut paper version of Eddie Miller, which you can't quite see through it probably from this, but if you hold these hand cuts to the light, you can see through the card.
Paper thin, yeah.
Paper thin. And this actually got I picked it up in large part because it was a number grade CGC3. A lot of them, of course, get the authentic from SGC, PSA, etc.
Okay.
And should have about 60 cards from the set coming from SGC any moment now.
Did you say 60?
Yeah, I subbed 60 of the 72 that I picked up raw, and looking forward to that coming in. So.
Okay. And you said it already, but remind me, how many away are you?
I have 70 of the 72.
Oh my gosh.
I'm still having to pull the trigger on Williams and DiMaggio.
Okay.
So maybe White Plains is next month up here. So maybe
All right.
I lose all my money there.
It's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
Great.
So maybe that's 2 months of rent gone. I don't know.
Well, we won't broadcast that. Yeah, that's fine. The only people that know that are here. That's it's all good. Very cool.
And then one last one. Speaking of Brian, I did pick this up from him as part of the set, and also just an amazing card to have of any card from this player. But this is the Jimmy Fox.
Oh yeah.
There's a sort of a reddish orangish background, but it's super fun.
Yeah, we'll take it. It counts. It's a beautiful card.
It's stunning. Yeah.
Very fun.
Yeah. So you are obviously in Savannah. You're not up in Philly or the north.
I'm staying south this Christmas, but it is cold here. It's like in the 50s, which is cold for us.
Put those sleeves on.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I mean, we're we've got the temperature turned way up, so we're not used to it anymore.
I think it's a whopping 67 in here right now.
Over there. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Very good. Any travel plans this week? Are you staying around or?
No, what's really great is I don't even have to go to Manhattan, which is fantastic.
Okay.
So staying in Brooklyn, and we'll be here and looking forward to some R&R through at least New Year's Day, and then back to Manhattan on January 2nd.
Wow, great. Well deserved. Just enjoy the borough.
Will do. And you have a great Christmas and holiday season. And
Thank you,
I might. Yeah, I'll if and when I see suitable Williams and DiMaggio copies, I'll send them your way. So we can just kind of maybe talk me into them.
Yeah, I'm ready. Always.
There is a hand cut paper version of a Williams on eBay that I've been watching for months now.
Okay.
But I kind of want both. But then do I really want to do a full master set? That just sounds ridiculous.
Yeah, it does a little bit. Yeah.
All right. I'll let you get back to your regularly scheduled program.
Thanks so much, Kurt.
All right.
Good to see you.
See ya.
Take care. Here's the phone number, guys. We're taking calls. Anybody wants to hop in, show some red cards, show some green cards, show any card you want. Send some holiday greetings out into the universe of the YouTube card collecting community. Everybody's welcome to jump in. Phillies Baseball Cards, Story, Legend, and Lore is here. Welcome to you. Peacemaker Cards is here as well. Mr. Dan's Vintage Baseball PC. It doesn't feel like I said that right, but we're going back in time and trying to catch up with what we missed yesterday. Red Barber on the call. That would be nice. Well, let's see. I'll show my. I only pulled 2 cards. I probably, if I went back and looked, I didn't go back and look, but I probably showed these cards last year as well. But what the heck, I might as well show them again. For my green card, I pulled my buddy Ralph Branca from the 1951 Bowman set. Nice, beautiful green background of this iconic, tragic player who's got a lot of character and an interesting story. And for my red, I pulled this beautiful E95 caramel of Ty Cobb. My second favorite Ty Cobb card, I think my first is his T206 Bad Off Shoulder, but I very much like this one. And it's not a Cobb card you see that often. Happy to own it. And these 2 cards together have a nice Christmas theme going on. Not often you see those 2 guys paired up, right? That's right. The Hunter green looks like a Manhattan sidewalk shed green. Absolutely. Yes. Yeah. The red of the Cobb goes so much with his character. All right. It's just like the guy was an intimidating figure. And I just feel like this image really captures that very well. Maxa, when are you trading my Cobb bat off for your E95? The idea is to have both, Max. The idea is to have both, but I appreciate the proposal. So what else is going on, guys? Let me go back and catch those Christmas movie suggestions. Lipsy said It's a Wonderful Life. Peep said A Christmas Story. Mookie says break out the Loud Mouse. The Loud Mouse is gone. I think it's officially been retired. We're watching It's a Wonderful Life tonight and already did A Christmas Story. Great. Yeah, those are the 2 that are usually on my list. Christmas Vacation, says the Detroit Collector. Doug says saw Die Hard with the kids last night. They determined that it's not a Christmas movie. Okay. But Mike says it's the all-time best Christmas movie, so you guys can duke it out. Stuke says Bad Santa. Any other votes for your number 1 Christmas film? Three Godfathers is the best Christmas movie that no one realizes is a Christmas movie. Okay. My room is all torn up. Otherwise, I would join. What have you been doing, Max? What have you been doing in your room? Trading places. Gremlins, Die Hard, and Jingle All the Way. That's a hell of a lineup, Max. Charlie Brown Christmas. There you go. Muppet Christmas Carol. That's another good one. Phillies baseball cards, story, legend, and lore. I made some ornaments out of Topps Holiday Edition cards, universally loved. Planning on doing way more next year. That's a great idea. I'm assuming you're going to do a video about that. That would be really cool. Violent Night, Mike. I thought you were joking. Is that actually a movie? I'm looking it up right now. Violent Night. An elite team of mercenaries breaks into a family compound on Christmas Eve, taking everyone hostage inside. However, they aren't prepared for a surprise combatant. Santa Claus is on the grounds, and he's about to show why this Nick is no saint. Oh, my God. Instant classic. Peacemaker card. I love to watch bad Christmas movies like Fred Claus. Three Godfathers has John Wayne, Harry Carey Jr., and somebody I forget, not to be confused with The Godfather 3, probably the worst movie. No, The Godfather 3 is not the worst movie of all time. The Godfather 3 pales in comparison to the other two, yeah. But there are way worse movies than The Godfather 3. Way worse. The Star Wars Holiday Special. Oh, that's an instant classic. Yeah, this Nick is no saint. I really hope they put that on the poster for Violent Night. What do you guys say we look at some postcards here? Or The Godfather 3 rivals the Caddyshack sequel. Apocalypse Now, peak Christmas cinema. Yeah, it gets me in the Christmas mood for sure. All right, so those of you that are relatively new to Card Room Live, we've been doing this now for, 2 or 3, maybe 4 years, I forget. What I do is I go online, a little bit of Net54, a little bit of random searching, and I just pull together some Christmas cards that have been sent in the past. Some of these Christmas cards are from teams, and so they're sent off, to staff and other people that are associated with the teams over the years. Some of these Christmas cards are actually from individual players that collectors have acquired and have added to their own private collections. And some of what I find are just actual photographs, press photographs and personal photographs of players during the Christmas season. I didn't pull a ton of stuff this year, but I'll go through some of these and just throw these up on the screen for you guys, and we can take a look at these and kind of get in the Christmas mood if you're not already. So let's do it. First up is a team Christmas card from, you guessed it, the Cincinnati Reds. And you can see Sparky Anderson is at the helm of the big red machine. It may be difficult to see all the players, but I'll try to list them all for you from front to back. You got Johnny Bench and Pete Rose in the front, Lee May, and it's getting hard to see their names, Bobby Tolan, Tommy Helms, Jim Garrett, Jim Garrett, and Tony Perez. And there's a couple other guys, kind of hard to see their names. Not the greatest quality, but really cool that it's over the stadium there. What I loved about Sparky is he always appeared to be 71 years old. Absolutely. Hey, Mike, take care. Have a great Christmas yourself, man. Yeah, eagle-eyed viewers might see the Bing Crosby album back here. I would totally play it if it wouldn't shut the live stream down within 10 seconds. Moving on. This is the photograph that I used for the post today. Willie Mays, fully done up in Santa gear. And he's got a canine companion. Not sure when this is from. Looks like San Francisco days. This one was pretty interesting. I found this on that 5054. This was a kind of a framed collage of Christmas cards from players that played for the Rockford Peaches. And I forget, it was mentioned on Net 54 when I downloaded it, but I think it was all from, sort of the sweet spot of the Rockford Peaches in terms of like when we think of the Rockford Peaches, when the American Girls Baseball League started during World War II. It's like right in the 40s. So these are all players that played with the Rockford Peaches. Again, it's a smaller photograph, so it's hard to read their signatures. But I do know that the player that Gina Davis, the actress, portrayed is on here too. So that's pretty cool. No, it's not the girl from The Shining, although she has a similar pose. Mr. Impact Player Josh, what's up, man? Merry Christmas to you, dude. Good to see you in here. Look at all these guys. It's like, this is your life, guys. These are some of my favorite YouTubers of all time. Brent from Star Huddle 77. What's up, Brent? Next up, Christmas card from the Dodgers. Christmas greetings and best wishes for the new year, Brooklyn Baseball Club. I'm not sure what year this is from. I'm going to guess late 50s. Maybe the last Brooklyn year. Here's one from the New York Giants, 1946. There is a Merry Christmas baseball that is going straight for Santa's head, but the good news is he has a giant catcher's mitt that says Happy New Year. Some stellar artwork. That's all I can say. Some stellar artwork. Not sure what's going on in Santa's crotch area. It's a little disturbing. But Merry Christmas from the New York Giants Baseball Club. Next one. I'm not exactly sure what the origin of this is, but you can see that down at the bottom it says Jimmy Dykes, who was a player in the pre-war era, but then was a manager as well. Looks like he's with the Chicago White Sox here. The umpire is saying, gosh, this must be Christmas. And Jimmy Dykes is saying a Merry Christmas and a happy and prosperous New Year to everybody, including umpires. A rare sign of humanity and forgiveness towards umpires here in this card. When I downloaded this one, there were like 2 or 3 others too that had a similar joke and a similar look. So I'm not really sure the origin of those. This is just the inside of a card that was collected by somebody. You can see it says Christmas Joy. This wishes you and happiness the new year through. It's signed by the Scooter, Phil Rizzuto. And you can see it says Yankees are world champions. I'm not sure what year this is from. Here's a cool one. The 50th anniversary for the Philadelphia Athletics from 1901 to 1950, with a season's greeting signed by Connie Mack at the bottom. Let's see. Yeah, Connie looking very festive with the wreath around him. Phil Rizzuto, all-time great baseball figure. His 51 Bowman might be my favorite card. His 50 Bowman. Yes, it is a great one. Doug, good to see you, man. Have a great Christmas. Happy holidays to you. Okay, here's a non-card, but I just found this image and I thought it was great. Here's Hank Greenberg, noting that he had 61 homers in 1939, and then he's putting Merry Christmas here, and he's got his signature there. What's really amazing is that the signature on the chalkboard looks pretty close to his actual signature, and I find that amazing because if you've ever written on a chalkboard, to me it's like night and day different from any other kind of writing. So the fact that his signature is somewhat similar kind of blows me away. And he's winking to you guys. Hank Greenberg is winking at y'all. Here's another photograph. Maybe difficult to see, but that's the Babe center in the photograph. And I don't know all the details of this, but he's visiting maybe a children's hospital or some kids in need and dropping off a lot of presents. You can see almost all the kids have like mini baseball bats that have been handed out and some other presents and that sort of thing. And I think he's in the middle of helping a little kid with eating some food, which is great. Here's another one. Some Brooklyn Dodgers delivering some toys to some kids. You got Roy Campanella and Gil Hodges. Here's a slabbed card, Merry Christmas card from the Babe, and it's actually signed 1933. May this greeting be the biggest hit I ever make, Babe Ruth. I love the design of this. You got Santa as the catcher, and the trajectory of Babe's home run spells out Merry Christmas. That's a great design. I don't know what Hank did to Santa, but he only hit 33 home runs in 1939. I don't know the story behind that. Merry Christmas from Ty Cobb and all of the birds that he shot down. All of the pheasants that he's now wearing and ducks around his neck. Best wishes for Christmas and the New Year from John Chief Myers. A little personal note to somebody from the Chief. I thought this was great because I'm actually working on a piece that involves Chief Myers right now. So it was cool to see that one. For all those Pittsburgh guys out there, I'd like to throw this one in with best wishes for a joyous holiday season. The 1971 world champion Pittsburgh Pirates. Cobb is a savage. More Ty Cobb murderous content, right? Yeah, it is a great shot of him. Yeah, it was not intended, but there's a lot of Detroit heavy stuff just by chance. Here's another team issued card from the Reds, 1970 National League champions. And I'm going to get to these last two because we got one more caller here. I'm going to get to him in just a sec. We got another team card from the Chicago Cubs. There's Mr. Stan the Man, again visiting some kids. Looks like he's handing out some puppies. I've shown this one before, but this one's always really fun. Apparently Joe Garagiola and Yogi Berra, who grew up together and knew each other for a long time, were selling Christmas trees for charity. And I think this was actually in St. Louis. I don't know why it was there. And I don't know if they did this in other places or if they changed it, but now it's pretty cool. And why don't we stop it there? Let me get this guy on the screen here. Mr. Mark Hoyle. What's up, man?
Hey, Alex.
Merry Christmas to you.
You too. I just caught the end of this. I'm going to show my red and my green. We got
Hey, beautiful.
the 41s. You're
Amazing.
talking about the cards from teams, and I get a few in my collection here. These are from the league.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
These are from '64. I mean, I got it because Joe Cronin was in there. Got a few of these. There's a '65 one.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, '67 fits right in. Here's a '64. This is from the Red Sox. This is a '64, just the Red Sox one. And here's a pretty cool one. It's from my good man Freddie Lynn, personal Christmas card.
Oh,
year.
nice.
So
Hey,
I know you're
fantastic.
just about done here. I figured I'd hop on and say
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to everybody, and thanks for having me on one time. It was really cool this year. Appreciate it.
Let's do it again next year.
Let's do it.
All right, cool.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
See ya. Bye.
He does, absolutely. Short and sweet. And that's a great way to wrap this up. I don't think we've ever actually seen some like Christmas cards owned by folks in the community. Way to get it into a three-dimensional state. Really cool. All right. Well, guys, that's probably going to be it for this session of Card Room Live. Again, if you have any ideas for future sessions, you want to reach out, email me, bowman53channel@gmail.com. Hope everybody has a safe, happy, fun, relaxing week with their family, with friends, with Die Hard, with A Christmas Story, with It's a Wonderful Life, with Violent Night, whatever it might be. Have fun, relax, enjoy your break, enjoy the season, guys. Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy Hanukkah, Happy New Year's, all that good stuff. We'll have a New Year's session next Sunday, which looks like it's the 29th. We'll figure something out. We'll have to get in touch with Scott and Don and see if we can do another round. But until then, everybody have a Merry Christmas. Take care. Have a good night. See everybody. Thanks.